It is definitely a leading company in Pakistan. In order to be able to do so, this company with high-end equipment can directly produce high-quality pieces like these in front of you, both large and small. T is the raw material used to make the internal assembly plate of the kilo-acid battery. This high-end factory does not have the weight of a traditional donkey cart. The kilo pieces will be transported to the workshop by a high-end plug-in truck, and then the workers will put them into the furnace. After these large pieces are melted into water, a medium-sized cylinder will be built through the mold in the booster. The high-equipped production line will gradually cut the pieces into small pieces and pass them through the conveyor belt. Under transport, powdered lead powder can facilitate the subsequent production of lead paste for coating the electrode plates. In the frying production workshop, on one side of the electrode plates, these lead blocks will be put into the furnace for heating and melting. With the support of high-end equipment, some lead water will be added. It will be made into blocks with standard shapes and fried. Although this factory has high-end production equipment, the workers' awareness of protection is very ordinary. The molten lead water will emit a pungent smell. The experienced workers seem to have been used to it. During the frying of the plate, some paste on the other side will be used. With the support of this high-end equipment, the production efficiency of the entire plate is quite fast. After heating and drying, the workers will skillfully stack them on the shelf to improve production efficiency. These plates are then arranged by workers into the battery and inside, and then the suction flow is added. Plate charging is because there is no electricity inside the new battery. Small workshops usually charge it after making it, which takes a lot of time. In order to improve production efficiency, large manufacturers generally use charging. Some charge plates only need to be charged. To dry the moisture inside, a partition should be installed between the positive plate and the negative plate. The main purpose of the partition is to insulate the interior, including glass fiber. During the production process, a large amount of dust will inevitably be produced. Workers wear protective gear. As can be seen, the room must have been filled with dust. After the partitions are spliced with high-end equipment, they will then be made into regular sizes. The process of making partitions is relatively simple. Some made partitions, then the masters can manually splice it into the inside of the spine board. With their skilled operation and quick hands, they follow the standard sequence. The boards will be placed between the two spine boards for insulation. The progress of the assembly process is considerable. T is quick and convenient for subsequent connections between ridge plates. People will use this semi-automatic welding equipment. However, this welding bench is semi-automatic. Under the super welding efficiency, the assembly board is completed very quickly. The workers in the assembly will install the assembly board into the battery in sequence. The assembly workshop is equipped with advanced quality inspection equipment to measure the gap between the assembly boards. After there is no problem with the on-off connection, a high-end welding machine will be used to weld and fix the posts. This 12 volts battery will have 6 sets of boards inside that are spliced together in series to achieve 12 volts. After careful welding with high-end equipment and strict quality inspection by workers, the battery cover can be assembled. The thermoelectric battery cover and battery box are welded and sealed in a fully automatic manner using high-end welding equipment. This method is not only fast in assembly efficiency, but also it can make the splicing joint more secure. After the battery shell is installed, workers will use a special mold to manually glue a new battery pile head to prevent the battery shell from leaking. Workers responsible for quality inspection will use it. After ensuring that there is no problem with the sealing of the splicing joint, the qualified label can be glued on. After the last worker skillfully installed the battery fluid cap, the battery is finally completed. The workers responsible for packaging need to carry out when it comes to meticulous packaging. How do you feel about the quality of the batteries produced by this leading company? If it were 10 points, how many points would you give it?